Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Today we are going over the inquest of Sarah B. Whitehead. She is Mrs. Borden's half sister, and that should definitely be ringing some bells for you because she's been a subject of contention among the entire investigation. She's the one that Mr. Borden bought the house for in order to appease his wife, who was fearful that her half sister would end up homeless. And that triggered the ire of both Lizzie and Emma, stating that if he bought something for his sister in law, he should also be giving them a piece of property. Though, if you remember later on, he did buy the property back from the girls. And it seems as if the entire investigation is kind of hinging on whether those bad feelings surrounding this entire piece of property and what went down could have led Lizzie to murder her parents. So, everyone, let's dig in. Sarah B. Whitehead, Mr. Knowlton. What is your name? Sarah B. Whitehead? Miss or Mrs.? Mrs. Where do you live? 45 4th Street. Were you there the day of the tragedy, the day of the murder? No, sir. I was out of town. Where were you that day? I went to Rocky Point. Are you connected or related in any way to Mr. or Mrs. Borden? Mrs. Borden was my half-sister. The same father or the same mother? The same father. What was your father's name? Oliver Gray. And once again, we have a great opportunity here to flesh out our family tree of everybody related in this case. So we now have Mrs. Borden's full name from previous testimony. We have her sister's name, and we now have their father's name, Oliver Gray. Her mother, I take it, was the first wife and yours the second? Yes, sir. Were there other sisters or half-sisters? There is one half-sister to me and own sister to Mrs. Borden. What is her name? Priscilla Fish. She lives in Hartford. On a side note, I just love the name Priscilla. I've only met one Priscilla in real life. Great woman, but love the name Priscilla. Were you well acquainted with the daughters, Emma and Lizzie? Well, yes, I was well acquainted with them. Were you on congenial terms with them? Well, I don't know as I was. I never thought they liked me. Not on particularly friendly terms then? No, I always thought they felt above me. Did you know anything about the relations between Miss Lizzie and your half-sister, Mrs. Borden? I don't, for I never went there, very seldom, on account of those girls. Were you not on good terms with your half-sister? Very good, more so than anybody in the world. I did not know, but you would go there to see her? I did occasionally. Did she come to your house? Yes, sir, she came very often. Did she seem to be on good terms with her daughters? She never used to say, but very little about them. She was a woman that kept everything to herself. Was there some little friction about property that you knew about? Not that I knew of. And I could see that being true. Like, would you want to tell the person that you gifted a house to that it caused a big hoopla and then now there's issues because you gifted a house to them? I mean, you wouldn't want them knowing about that. Did not Mr. Borden buy you out? He bought out my mother's share of the estate. What did he do with it? He gave it to my sister. That is Mr. Borden, his wife? Yes, sir. I don't know whether he bought it or she bought it. Did your sister have property of her own, some? I don't know how much she had. She had some. I don't know whether she had other personal property or not. I suppose she did, but I don't know. This that was bought out and given to Mrs. Borden was your mother's interest? Yes, sir. What is it in, real estate or personal property? It is real estate. Where is it? It is the house I live in. What is the value of it about? Well, I think when it was sold, it brought $3,000. It already belonged to the three of you? No, my father left half to me and half to my mother, and my mother sold her part to my sister. Your sister, Mrs. Borden? Yes, sir. So it then belonged to your sister and you? Yes, sir. She bought it to keep it in the family. It now stands so, that is, to the estate of your sister and you. You don't know what was paid for your mother's half. I think she paid $1,500. You say she paid it. You don't know whether she paid it or Mr. Borden. I don't know whether it was her money or his money. Someone's money paid for it. Yes. Yes, Mr. Inquisitor, that is generally how that works, is when you purchase real estate. somebody's money pays for the real estate. Maybe he hasn't bought real estate before, but I thought most of us understood that's how that worked. The deed was taken right before your mother to Mrs. Borden. I suppose it was. How long ago was that? It don't seem more than 4 or 5 years ago. I know my father has been dead 14 years. It don't seem to me my mother kept that property long in her hands. It was as long as 4 or 5 years ago. Is there any other fact about this matter that you can enlighten us about? No, there's not. You don't know anything about it at all? No, I don't know much more than a stranger would. Do you know anything about whether your sister left a will? I do not. Did she ever speak about a will? Never. So far as you know, she did not leave any. She never told me that she made one. I don't know anything about it. And that is it, folks. That is all they asked her. I felt like they could have gone in a lot more about that. I guess that they felt that since she didn't know much about how the property was purchased, they didn't go into whether it caused too many issues. They touch on the subject about whether Mrs. Borden had any issues with the girls, but they've asked that about everyone, so it's not even particularly of import that they asked her about it. It doesn't seem like she particularly asked a lot of questions about when Mrs. Borden bought the property from her stepmother. All right, everyone, that is all we have for today. So until next time, happy hunting.